Federal judge denies Trump administration's effort to ban transgender people from military.
Look, man, society as a whole, they need to quit with this attitude of, I can't believe they did it. Bro, these people fucking hate you. Like, you're the one making the mistaken perception that they actually care about you at all. They don't. And it shouldn't surprise you that everything they do is designed to make your life more difficult. So we have to get away from this, I can't believe they're doing this, or did you hear them say this? Or you're arguing against people that have no morals, no remorse, no integrity at all. And you're arguing with a standing of, I have integrity, I have morals, I know what's right and wrong. They don't care what's right and wrong. And when you're fighting against someone who doesn't care what's right and wrong, you cannot fight them with a set of rules that you have that they don't. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ.
Cruise the motherfucking internet.
That's what we're going to do. That's what CTI stands for, cruise the internet. We're just going to get right into it today. Please share the show. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right. If it makes you laugh, it makes you think, do us a solid. We don't run ads. You know the deal. Just help us grow the show, man. That's it. Anyway, what's up?
Hi.
Greetings.
Greetings. Salutations.
Yes.
I'm expanding vocabulary here.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with you, though, man?
Nothing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got a lot. Dude, there is, like, I feel like there's always weird stuff, and I know you guys think I say this all the time. There's really some weird shit going on right now.
No, it's getting weirder.
It's getting fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I think, I exposed some, I think we're going to expose some stuff here today. I got some Real AF exclusive stuff going on here.
All right.
We'll get to here a little bit later. But I wanted to bring something up completely before we get into our headlines, man. Not sure if you saw this. I know you. I think you saw some of this, but I want to dive into it. Let's talk about it on air. CIA confirmed Ark of the Covenant's existence using remote viewing. Resurfaced declassified docs claimed. Did you see this shit, bro?
I saw the headline come across, but I didn't dig into it,
dude.
I know what remote viewing is.
And that's the thing. Like, so that's been around, but I didn't. This is my first time hearing of like the Ark of the Covenant. They like found it using this stuff, and like, dude.
Well, they found all kinds of missing people. It's a real thing, dude.
Yeah.
Look, this headline sort of defines what I've been saying about what they've been lying to us about. Okay,
right.
In both instances, I've been saying that they're lying to us about what humans are capable of, and they're also lying to us about the existence of Jesus Christ being exactly what he is proclaimed to be.
100%, dude.
And this headline sort of embodies both of those things.
Well, the crazy piece is too, like, I remember I sent you a video, YouTube link, but it's like every day, dude, they're finding more and more evidence is coming out about Jesus, his existence. And like, dude, they just discovered, and it's not even a new discovery. They've known about it, but it's just now starting to come back up. Like, all of these things are starting to come out now.
Well, look, what I'm saying is, they're lying to us. They're keeping this shit secret. And the reason it's starting to come out could be a couple different reasons. One, the stuff is starting to leak because we have whistleblowers and different declassifications happening.
That's part of it.
Yeah. Two, it could be to distract everybody from something else, like, I don't know, a world war. Three, it could be that they are going to do a Project Bluebeam, okay? And a Project Bluebeam, if you don't know what it is, it's a holographic technological false flag that either simulates the arrival of aliens or the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So I would like to believe that this is just genuine information coming to the surface, but that's hard to believe after 2,000 plus years of them trying to cover it.
Right.
So, but yeah, dude, astral projection, remote viewing, these are real things that our government has been using for years and years and years, decades, and then they pretend like it doesn't exist, and humans just, they're little marching ants.
Right.
Dude,
it's weird, man. It's wild stuff, and I think It's just weird. Like, I mean, like in the Bible, in Exodus, it talks about, the Pharaoh of Exodus, right? The first, time Israelites were removed, right? And banished off. And that Pharaoh, he actually met with Moses. And the Bible talks about this in Exodus. He met with Moses, and Moses blew up some dust, right? And everybody broke out with these like boils on their fucking skin. Well, they have they found a mummy in the Isle of Kings, and he's the only mummy they've ever found with fucking boils still on his skin, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Buried with his son that was killed in the plague of the first. Like, dude, it's.
I mean, that doesn't mean for sure, but I mean, because people have boils, but I mean, look,
it's kind of weird.
And it's also kind of weird that, you have the world's foremost experts on quantum meditation and quantum physics and the law of attraction, which is a simplified version of explaining a whole lot of science that is real. We have the foremost experts saying that this all comes from source energy through your pineal gland, and then you have, I don't know, fluoride put in everybody's water to calcify pineal glands. So I think these people have gone to great lengths to really limit not only what people think they're capable of or know they're capable of, but also their physical ability to do these things.
No, for sure, bro. I mean, and like the stuff in this, I mean, like the files are all there, the summaries, the reports, and all of this stuff.
Was this included in the JFK shit? Is that where this was, or
I don't know.
This come out?
I think this was just a time declassification that came out the CIA's vault. I don't think it was attached to the JFK stuff, but this was in 1988.
Well, what did it have to say? They said they found it in 88, right?
Yeah, right.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just like, I mean, dude, it's wild.
It's
stuff,
still there.
Man.
Is that what they're saying?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird, but like the guy who reviewed it, they described it being, let's see, here it is. Viewer 032 attained excellent sight contact, doing very well with stage 4 structure. Viewer also exhibits the ability to keep AOL to a minimum. Have to be careful with editing, though. This does not seem to be a problem at this time, just something to watch for. Training target. This is the 0209, so that means there was 208 remote viewings done before this one. But yeah, they marked this one as Ark of the Covenant. And I mean, dude, it's just wild. It's wild. Target is a container. The container has another container inside of it. The target is fashioned of wood, gold, and silver. Target is similar in shape to AOL, a coffin decorated with seraphim, sea scale. I mean, the shit's wild. And also, too,
look, the target is located somewhere in the Middle East, as the language spoken by the individuals present seemed to be Arabic. Visuals of surrounding buildings indicated that the presence of mosque domes. Individuals in the area were clothed in virtually all white, had black hair and dark eyes. One figure I honed in on wore a mustache. The target is hidden, underground, dark and wet, were all aspects of the location of the target. The purpose of the target is to bring people together. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, homage, and the resurrection. There is an aspect of spirituality, information, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we know now.
Bro.
The target is protected by entities and can only be opened by those who are authorized to do so. This container cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. Once it is time to open the container, the mechanics of the lock system will be found to be fairly simple. Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors through the use of a power unknown to us. Basically, the exact same scene that happens in Raiders of the Lost Ark at the end of it,
bro,
where they open the ark and these spirits come out and melt everybody. You probably never seen that movie.
No, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one, no. But I mean, dude, this shit's crazy.
Yeah, well, if you want to know, Raiders of the Lost Ark is them trying to find the Ark of the Covenant. All of these movies seem to be some sort of, I don't know, like
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, foreshadowing on what's actually happening.
Yeah.
You know, the Last Crusade was about him finding the cup of Christ, you know,
from the Last Supper.
Yeah, the Holy Grail, bro. Like I think all this shit is out there, bro, and they're totally lying to us.
100%. Well, I mean, dude, it also made me think of too, like, you know, we talked about the pyramids and shit and the stuff they found under the pyramids.
Yeah.
So I found the article. I found some pictures and stuff. They kind of like digitalized the diagrams and stuff. But here's that visual representation you were talking about. With all the pillars and stuff going down.
Well, that can't be to scale because those pillars are like what, 1.6 miles long.
Yeah.
And then the boxes are only 250 feet by 250 feet. So, I mean, that's not to scale. The boxes are too big. But yeah, it looks something like that.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, man. I don't know. I mean, just, you know, get kicked off with some conspiracy.
I don't think it's conspiracy. I think the conspiracy is that they've lied to us about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about all the things that humans have been capable of throughout history, and then you look at like how fast things moved over the last 300 years. There's nothing to say that 300-year period of accelerated growth that led to the extinction or almost virtual extinction of human history hasn't happened many times.
Yeah.
Because it's the natural result of technology, right? And it could be where different times and civilizations had created different technologies that destroyed them in different ways. You know, there could be a lot of different things that are true, but like I could tell you this, what they tell us about history and the way it is and all this shit is bullshit. Okay. There's a lot of shit they know that they're not telling us. And that's it. You know, that's at the end of the day, that's what it is. And
devil's advocate, do you think it's because they don't want us to destroy ourselves?
No, I think it's because they know that if we knew what the fuck we were capable of, they wouldn't have power and control over us. And I think that we deal with a human characteristic or trait that is very naturally occurring in humans, which is the addiction to power and control and wealth at the expense of other people. And I think that, you know, when we look at the possibilities, I think they're almost endless with very few consistencies. And by the way, there was a study that came out just in the last 2 weeks that reinforced the idea that all human life came from one man and one woman, and that everybody is actually related in some way, shape, or form. And then they went back through time and they found that there was a bottleneck, meaning that most of Earth's population had
genetically
been killed.
Yeah, right.
And it started over again.
Yep.
And
i.e. Noah's Ark.
Or fucking
flood,
dude, who
yeah,
knows?
yeah.
I think this could have happened many times. You know, there's so much different architecture. There's so much difference, but similarities in everything. It seems to me like a logical, you know, way to think about it would be that each time this happened, some of the technology survived that was consistent with civilizations across time. But dude, I mean, I'm sure they know. I mean, you go to Tibet, you go to these Eastern countries, and they have libraries that are fucking 10,000 years old that nobody's allowed to fucking access.
Right.
So what's in there? You know what I mean? Like I think
the Vatican holds a lot of that shit too.
I think we live legitimately in a representation of the Matrix that is, yeah, it's not like the Matrix where we're plugged into shit, but the atmosphere and the environment serves the same purpose. And I don't think we're told any truth. I think the truth that actually exists would shake people to their core and shatter their reality. But, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know if we'll ever know the truth in our lifetime, but it does seem like more and more stuff's coming out.
It does, man.
Yeah. And if we're thinking about it, dude, like, that is the definition of apocalypse or revelation is the truth, right? And when we talk legitimately, first of all, it's important to realize that the Israelis that occupy Israel now are not the biblical Israelis that they talk about in the Bible. Mm-hmm. So, like, let's take this blackmail situation that we talk about with the the Israel, the top level of Israeli government. It's my personal belief that they have the information on every single human being ever, every picture, every text, every conversation that's done within the distance or hearing distance of a microphone on your TV or computer on your phone. I feel like I think they've hijacked the information system. There's evidence that someone has. There is a backup internet. These are things that exist. And I think they pull it when they need it. I think they go back and pull the information when they need it. And when you really think about how to defeat somebody like that who has everybody's information and blackmails them into compliance, you end up with a revelation and an apocalypse, meaning the truth is going to be exposed, which backs up all of the sayings in the Bible. So when we talk about like the truth being exposed, the only way to defeat someone who has the blackmail on everybody is for everybody to have their truths exposed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then say, hey, tough shit, doesn't matter anymore. And then they don't have any of that leverage.
There's no power. Yeah.
So like, dude, this, and I know that we're just tossing things around here. But I think it could be much deeper and much more spiritual and much more real than most people think or can even tie together.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, I want you guys to jump in on this conversation. Yeah. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think about all of this, because more stuff is coming out.
Well, I mean, is that, it makes sense to me. I don't know. Like, bro, this also could be, totally off. But, I mean, I don't know, man.
Makes sense to me.
Does it?
Yeah, it does to me.
Yeah.
100%.
Because the only way to defeat someone who has the information to blackmail every person on earth is for everybody to say, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm just as perfect as you are.
Here, I'm just as imperfect.
Yeah, exactly.
And what did Jesus teach?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, these are biblical, very biblical parallels happening right now.
For sure, bro. Well, I think I've said that. I mean, I know we've talked about it on the show, but, bro, I mean, it's hard to even argue. Like, at this point, it's very apparent this is spiritual warfare going on. I think there's definitely a massive element of that in all of the stuff that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That, like, it is spiritual warfare. And I think, the moment, like you said, the moment people get to the point where it's like, all right, yeah, I mean, they lose all power. And
that's right.
That's all that's needed right now.
And that would be a revelation.
100%, man. Well, guys, like I said, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the commentary. With that being said, let's get into some of our headlines. Let's start cruising these things. Remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com or come join us right here on YouTube. And you can see all of these pictures, articles, links, and videos. So with that being said, let's get to our first set of headlines. Before we get to the meat and potatoes, I got to bring this dude up.
I like meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes are good. They're good. I had meat and potatoes last night.
I did too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Do you like the meat or the potatoes?
I feel like this is a trap, Andy.
That's good because it is.
No, dude, I had steak and I made some low-cal mashed potatoes last night and did like a little garlic aioli with it.
Yeah.
Fucking dude. Yeah. And asparagus.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Sounds good.
It was good. It was good. I can make some more meat for you tonight.
I mean, I love the meat.
You know what I'm saying? I got some leftover aioli,
I'm
too.
more of a potatoes guy, though, I think.
Yeah, well, you take the aioli, bro, put that shit in the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
All right.
Good Lord. All right, I'll see you tonight.
Okay.
But before we get to these meat and potatoes, bro.
We got to get Keith out here to get his grill.
His grill?
Some smash burgers.
Oh, bro. They brought me one. And, bro, they were the size.
When you talking about when you barbecued at my house without me even being there?
I wasn't there.
These motherfuckers had a barbecue at my house, didn't even invite me.
Yeah. And they brought me one, bro, and it was the size of like a White Castle single, bro. And
yeah, well, they know you need to be on a diet.
And they all had like fucking 4 or 5.
They're looking out for you, bro.
Nah, bro. Those guys.
None of these other guys got a weight problem.
I don't have a weight problem.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're fixing it.
Because I've addressed it.
Yeah, you're addressing it. I wouldn't say you've addressed it. Hey, good friends tell the truth.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, I want to dive into that. Somebody else, ironically, who also has a weight problem though. Did you see this dude crashed into?
I don't think you got a weight problem. I think it's just I like food problem.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't though?
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, I like food too, man.
I like
Fuck.
food. This dude has a food problem too.
Texas menace accused of ramming mini four-wheeler into parked Teslas in chaotic spree. I saw this.
Bro.
Did you see Will's video on this?
No.
It's fucking hilarious.
No, he made a video. Bro, this shit is fucking hilarious.
Bro, we got to throw Will's video in here at the end, dude. It's so funny.
So here's the original clip, no audio, but check this.
What is that?
Well, I'll tell you.
Is that a four-wheeler with no body?
That's what it looks. It looks like an ATV with no fairings and shit on it. Yeah, but they arrested this guy. His name is DeMarquian Marquez Cox. Is his name? He's 33 years old. His height and weight was recorded as, I'm not even playing. Okay, I'm not playing. 5'2", 449 pounds.
That's like on his license.
That's like when they booked him and processed.
Oh, they measured him.
Yeah,
5'2".
5'2".
That means he's 5'5".
Legitimately.
Yeah, he's a fucking cube.
Legitimately, bro. That's a solid man. I mean, he's dense, bro. He's dense, but what Will say on this video?
Dude, it's hilarious. He said something like, "Is that where you thought they kept the food?"
The Fat and the Furious. Big fella, what was you doing? Do you think Teslas is where people store their food? Man, you can't be out here big backing and vehicle attacking. Someone in the comments said, I hope they got treadmills in prison. Take action.
It was right outside like a Chinese buffet, though.
Yeah, well, that's where he was on his way, clearly.
Sure, potentially, yeah. But let's get into some meat and potatoes, man. I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was hilarious.
That guy's getting in some meat and potatoes every fucking day. And a bunch of other shit, too.
Yeah.
Bro, you ever see these fat asses on like 600-pound? Dude, do you see all these fat influencers dying?
Yeah. They don't talk about that, though.
Bro.
They don't talk about it. They're all going, all those like my body.
I thought that was healthy. I thought it was healthy.
Yeah.
I thought it was a healthy thing to be fat. Now they're all fucking dying. Shocking. We only knew that science for fucking the last 2,000 motherfucking years. Just because you don't like it means it doesn't exist. That's what happens when you raise an entire generation of people that get to make up their own rules. Like they legitimately believe that these scientific realities are just total bullshit. And it's like, I could change my mind and it'll change the way that the rules are.
Yeah.
Like, this is everybody's problem, dude.
It's sad. I think about the people who have to carry the casket. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck, there ain't no carrying, bro. That shit's on a dolly. Yeah. That thing, they tow that motherfucker on a bucket truck with a crane. Bro, you ever see what they eat?
Bro, it's bad, man.
Bro, dude, have you ever seen that video of that big ass beast of a woman who's like talking about what she eat, and she's like, "Oh, they forgot my salad." Oh,
bitch, I ordered a salad. I don't know where
you never ate a salad in your motherfucking life. Like, dude,
they just gave me extra fries.
Bro, look, I've been fat, so I can say all this shit.
Same.
I've been 350, dude, and fat as. But I never kidded myself about it. I was never like, oh yeah, bro, it's healthy.
Yeah, right.
Or like,
yeah.
I guess I did a little bit because I was like, well, I'm strong.
At least I'm strong. Yeah,
but I was.
Beat your ass.
Yeah, I was strong. But like, dude, like, I never like, I don't know. Like, bro, these people got people that feed them. Like, what about like the wife or the husband?
Enablers.
Yes, who go and get 4 pizzas. Dude, and I'm not exaggerating. If you guys ever watch these shows, 4 pizzas, 5 large drinks, 7 French fries, waffles. Like, bro, they're dipping their whole pack of French fries in the syrup and shit. Bro. Like, you couldn't eat anymore. Like, you couldn't physically put down more calories than that. Wow. And then they're like, oh, this is great. This is healthy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You that's not a life.
No, and it's not. It's not.
No, it's sad, dude.
It is.
And then it's propagated out here like it's some sort of fad, so it get views for. Like real talk, dude, I'm just going to be honest. All you fat motherfuckers out here doing this content, eating all the food that you can eat and shit, you guys may think that's cool and you get some attention, but first of all, you're going to die, okay? And second of all, you're teaching other people how to make themselves fucking unhealthy and sick and ruin their lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad, dude.
No, it is, man. Absolutely is. But let's get into some meat and potatoes.
Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah, let's keep it at that. I want to show a couple of headlines up here very quickly.
What's the most you ever ate, bro, at one time?
Ooh. Most I ever. Okay, actually, you know what? Because I had a time hop video, the picture that came up with it. I made some burgers.
Yeah.
But the buns were grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I got it.
Right, grilled cheese.
Yeah. Look, bro, no shame. I'm going to tell you what I did. My shit was real bad.
I had 2 of those.
That's the most you ever ate.
And then a loaded up fucking thing of queso fries. Yeah.
No.
I got the picture to prove it.
That ain't the most.
I mean, in one sitting?
Bro, one time I ate 2 Emo's pizzas, extra large.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, 2 orders of toasted ravioli and cheese sticks. The whole thing.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I went to work.
Good Lord, Andy.
I was still ready for more, bro.
I mean, I've put a few pizzas down myself.
Yeah, see, now the truth's going to come out because my shit was
Well, I was just thinking like caloric
his.
intake. Like those grilled cheese fucking burgers, bro. They were big.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, dude. You know, like, I don't even want to go there. I know. I was going to say, like, it's not because it's not funny, but like people with bulimia, they'll eat fucking 20,000 calories.
Mm-hmm.
They'll binge so hard, like,
yeah,
and you will never know because they throw it all up and they're skinny. For real,
so crazy, bro.
I know someone who had to live in a hospital for almost a year for it. It's fucking.
Well, bro, it's detrimental to
it becomes uncontrollable where the automatic reaction is to vomit and they become malnourished.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, they're burning their esophagus with fucking acid.
It's super damaging.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
But, dude, if those people didn't purge because of the amount they eat, they'd be 400 or 500 fucking pounds because then you got to retrain your body how much you can eat. It's just, it's very sad. Yeah. All of those eating disorders like bulimia and anorexia and shit are they're hard to watch.
For sure, bro. But I want to bring up some headlines. I just want to show you these headlines because there's weird stuff happening. So let's talk about them. There's been 3 major hits today from our court system. This first headline: federal judge denies Trump administration's effort to ban transgender people from military. So that came out today. The radical Ninth Circuit Court agrees with lower court, tells Trump to reinstate thousands of fired probationary employees. And then the most recent one, that also just came out today, appeals court denies Trump DOJ request to lift Boasberg's block on Alien Enemies Act deportation flights. So you got 3 major rulings, all just came back to back to back. And we got to talk about them. Because I don't know what's happening here. I really don't.
I mean, look, this is communist judges, legitimate communist judges, still trying to hang on to what was done over the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to protect what they think is progress, right? What we see as treason.
Yeah, right, 100%. Well, and what their excuses are, like, you mean, this latest one, with the deportation flights, right? So it got to the appeals court. There was 3 judges. It was voted down 2-1. A George Bush appointee judge, an Obama appointee judge, and then the Trump appointee judge, who obviously was the only one that voted with it. But Judge Henderson, who is the George Bush appointee, her dissent said that the Trump administration failed to justify claims of invasion or predatory incursion.
Okay, so what level of justification would it take to get her to realize that that's true? Keep going.
Yeah, that was my exact question I was about to ask you. I mean, what more proof do we need?
It doesn't matter what the proof is because they don't give a fuck. They don't care about the proof.
Yeah.
Just like the whole entire time they were invading the last 4 years, 17 to 20 million, mostly military age males without their families, without their wives, have come here. And the previous administration lied over and over and over, but they completely denied it was happening. They said they had control of the border. Look, man, we have to, I know we, like our listeners, but I'm talking about society as a whole. They need to quit with this attitude of, I can't believe they did it. Bro, these people fucking hate you. Like, you're the one making the mistaken perception that they actually care about you at all. They don't. They fucking hate you. And it shouldn't surprise you that everything they do is designed to make your life more difficult. So we have to get away from this, I can't believe they're doing this, or did you hear them say this? Or you're arguing against people that have no morals, no remorse, no integrity at all, and you're arguing with a standing of, I have integrity, I have morals, I know what's right and wrong. They don't care what's right and wrong, okay? And when you're fighting against someone who doesn't care what's right and wrong, you cannot fight them with a set of rules that you have that they don't, okay? You have to just draw it what it is, and you say, these motherfuckers got to go, and you get rid of them. Yeah. And that's what the fuck it takes. And nobody wants to say that. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. I think a lot of people think like, oh, well, clearly they're just stupid, or, they're just making mistakes, or, I can't believe they're doing this. No, dude, that's what they want you to say. That's what they want you to think. They want you to look at them just like we looked at Joe Biden, not me, not these guys, but a lot of people. And they look at Joe Biden and they say, fuck, he's senile. He doesn't know what he's doing. No, dude, they put him in that position just so you would say that and they could get away with all of this shit. So we're dealing with people who, these judges and these other members of the whatever you want to call it, the deep state or the establishment, these people, they don't care if you think it's right or wrong. They don't care if it hurts you. They don't care if they're hypocrites. They don't care if they say something today and they said something opposite yesterday. That none of that makes sense to us, but they're operating on a level with no rules and no integrity and no right and wrong and no care. And you can't defeat an enemy like that playing by your moral standard of rules when they don't fucking have any. Yeah. Okay, so there's going to become a time where it's got to get dirty, and you got to say, hey, you know what? This guy won't stop fucking with me, so I'm going to fuck with him back. And if that were to happen, all of this shit would end. Real talk.
Immediately.
It's the people saying, we see it in Instagram comments. I can't believe they said this. I can't believe they did this. When is this going to stop? It's going to stop when you stop it. That's every fucking individual in this country standing up and saying, no more. We're done with you. They come to our houses. They harass us. They do all this shit. It wouldn't take a rocket science to figure out what would actually get them to stop. These people are people just like everybody else. They threaten us. They with us. And you know what's going to stop them from with us? Getting a taste of their own shit back. And that time is coming very quick.
Very soon, man. But that's my thing, man. It's like, you need more proof. Even though we just arrested the fucking MS-13 ringleader, right, in fucking Virginia, they just got him. I mean, Lake and Riley. I mean, you
look, man. There's no denying
it's there.
No, we're making that's what I'm saying. We're making a case against people that do not necessarily care if they have a case or not.
Yeah,
like we can say, I can't believe they're doing this. Look what they did. And they're over there saying, yeah, look what we did. And these fucking idiots are not fucking doing shit about it.
I'm not doing anything, man. I think that leads me to my next question is like, okay, so like what does Trump do in response to that, right? Because, I mean, it's not, there's a precedence for defying court orders, right? Biden did it multiple times.
Yeah.
Biden student loan boast. The Supreme Court didn't stop me. This is a CNN article here. How Biden is continuing to cancel student loan debt despite Supreme Court ruling. I mean, he's done it multiple times. There is something seriously wrong. Here's another thing I brought up too that I thought was interesting. Did you see this? This article came out. A third of all D.C. district judges not even born in the United States. To me, there is something. Listen, I'm all for natural, immigration. I'm all for naturalization, assimilation into our culture, 100%. But I think there is something to be said that for somebody who is supposed to be inherently unbiased, reading the law how it is. I mean, you would think that person would be a naturally born citizen of this country. And a third of all DC judges were not even born here. You know what I'm saying? But these are the same people that are, determining the fabric of our country and what's legal and not.
Yep.
That's a problem.
I agree.
That's a problem. But we might have a fix for that a little bit later.
We do have a fix for that.
We got a fix for it. But in other news, last little bit I want to bring up in here, Jasmine Crockett. She's a hard lady to fucking, like. There's some good news, though. She's accused of assaulting a journalist in the Capitol. And apparently, at the time of the recording, assault charges have actually been filed against Jasmine Crockett. Did you see the video of her doing this?
No.
Yeah, there's a video of it. Let's check it out.
Shoveling horse manure.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Shoveling horse manure. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, well.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett.
But it sounds.
Congresswoman Crockett, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for
that's-
violence on the
that's what it is
29th.
to be here, right?
Would you like to clarify your comments?
As you can see.
Congresswoman,
No,
will you
it's good to
condone violence at the Tesla?
I mean, is that assault? By their standards, it's assault.
It looked like an insurrection to me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's not really assault. I mean, get the fucking camera out of my face. Whatever, dude. We live in a pussified society, so maybe it is now.
Well, I mean, but wouldn't that be playing by their rules? Charge
Yes,
your
it would
ass.
be.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I can't believe that someone of that caliber is even serving in our government at all. She is a total fucking idiot. And she's ghetto as.
She's not, but see that she's not.
No,
She's not,
no.
though.
Well, people are fucking tired of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
They're tired of these people just yelling and screaming and fucking being assholes and making a mockery of our government. And, she's laughing at all the critics and she's laughing at everybody. Like, dude, look, man, these things always end the same way. Whether that's a year from now, whether that's 5 years from now. These people should be really careful about how they fucking position themselves right now because people are on the fucking edge of revolution. And that's not me making some sort of statement. That's just reality, dude. And that's the natural progression of corruption. Corrupt, revolution, pure, corrupt, revolution. This has happened over, this is a cycle.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people clearly don't understand history because they're not treating their job with respect. They're not treating the American citizens with respect. And, these people historically usually end up unalived.
It's real, man. That's real. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With that being said, let's go cruise some of these comments.
Yeah.
We got some good ones today. There was a reel or a short, YouTube short that went out. And I guess you guys caught me daydreaming or something.
Yeah, about cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they got something for you.
With grilled cheese bun.
I ain't gonna lie, the shit was fire though.
I bet it was.
Pretty fucking good. This first comment is from at Lolo7887. It says Andy's daydream would be corn and boiled chicken.
I mean, I'm not much on boiled chicken. Corn's pretty good. No, I don't like boiled chicken, bro. Shit grossed me the fuck out.
Boiled chicken.
I didn't even know you could boil chicken until I was roommates with Chris.
That's fucked up. So you throwing him under the bus?
Yeah,
That's fucked
he
up.
boiled his chicken all the time, dude. He'd throw some salt and pepper on it and eat it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's gross.
That sounds fucking
Bro,
disgusting.
boiled chicken looks gross too.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. No, what's your favorite type of chicken? Like, what's your preferred
Chicken Parmesan.
method? Chicken Parmesan?
Yeah.
A little crispy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little marinara.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What'd you say back there, Joe? Oh yeah, country fried chicken.
Country fried chicken.
That's fucking good
That's
too.
not chicken though.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm thinking country fried steak.
Yeah, it's different things.
Mm.
It's served just like country fried steak, but it's chicken.
Got it. It's a chicken.
It's like fried chicken with gravy on it.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's delicious.
Mm.
I like that too. That would be a tie. Yeah.
Mm.
With
Okay.
some biscuits and some corn. You know what I'm saying? A little corn juice as a drink.
That's disgusting.
What?
No, dude, I'm genuinely starting to believe, Andy, you would probably drink the juice from the corn can.
No, I have you ever drank the juice from a pear can though?
Yeah,
It's fucking good.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. All that high fructose corn
Oh
syrup.
man.
Love it.
Yeah, that's how you get the diabetes.
Corn syrup. Y'all like corn syrup.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Little OG memory right here. This next comment is from at your Nameen. Remember when the thumbs up segment was called 2 thumbs up or 2 thumbs in the butt? Good times.
Somebody's having a fantasy. I wish it would go back to 2 thumbs in the butt. I liked it.
That was my favorite point.
Do that.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember that though.
Yeah.
That was a good time. That was about 4 years ago.
Yep.
That's some OG memories right there, man. We got last comment comes from at what we doing today outdoors. It says, what would the bread of a champion PB&J sandwich? What would be the bread of a champion PB&J sandwich?
I can't reveal that. If I fucking say, you'll steal the idea.
I'll say what mine is.
I don't want to know because I want to beat you fair and square.
But you I know what you would say.
What?
White bread.
No. Absolutely not. I like white bread.
Oh, I mean,
White bread's good.
it's pure.
Yeah. That sounds. Oh, that's true.
You said
Anyway,
cinnamon. Yeah,
I can't answer the question. I don't
probably use
forecast
cinnamon raisin.
strategies. I'm not like these dumb fucks on the internet that tell everybody what they're going to do before they do it, so that the bigger companies just steal their ideas. Like I see these guys doing that all the time on the internet. We're going to do this and this and this. Just wait. I'm like, oh really? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you forecast? And people are like, it's transparency. I'm like, okay, well, let me know how that works out.
That ass whooping will be transparent
Yeah.
too. All right,
People,
so you don't want to
people,
reveal your
people be
secret.
putting everything every part of their life out on the internet, man.
Yeah, never let them know your next move.
Dude, ever.
Yeah.
Fucking ever. Like, ever. Like, these people they want to fucking, they want to broadcast their business strategy or their plans. And it's like, dude, it's like you want credit for it before you do it. And then I don't know, man. I mean, I guess keep doing it, but just know, like, I don't think that's a very smart thing to do.
No, it's not smart. Okay, so you're going to keep it secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't move. I don't say
Cinnamon-
anything
cinnamon
until
raisin.
I make the move.
Cinnamon raisin. That's what you're using.
No. No.
All right, well, we shall see, man. You're not going to tell yours. I won't tell mine then.
That's right. I
'Cause
don't
I
care.
got mine. I guarantee you mine will beat yours. I just
Listen,
know it will.
I don't care to know yours. Listen, I talk about this on Q&AF. I focus on my shit and making it the best, and I'm confident that my shit being the best will beat your best. When was the last time I took an L? Even my L's are fucking W's.
I don't know the last time, but I know the next time.
Yeah, never.
It'll be this PB&J contest.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, we appreciate you for being real ass fans. Appreciate you guys. Let's keep this cruise cruising. We got our second set of headlines. Let's dive into these. This is an interesting topic, and this is where the Real AF exclusive comes in. We did some behind the scenes research, and we're gonna let some sinks in today. And let's dive through this. So, I mean, everybody's talking about it. They're really trying to make a big deal out of these the Signal leak chats.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's a big topic for whatever reason. Let's dive into some of this because it wasn't just the Signal leak chats. Apparently now, this headline reads, "How did this happen? Mike Waltz exposed hundreds of contacts after leaving Venmo public." National Security Advisor Mike Waltz left his Venmo account wide open to the public until Wednesday afternoon, exposing hundreds of personal and professional contacts to potential exploitation. A so-called analysis by the leftist tech outlet Wired revealed that the account listed under Michael Waltz with the profile photo of the man himself connected to names tied to the Trump administration's inner circles, names like Susie Wiles, White House Chief of Staff, and Walker Barrett, a National Security Council staffer. In total, it was 328 people, including military officials, political strategists, prominent journalists, and even other members of the Trump administration's inner circle. Now that came out. Now it's interesting because this Venmo shit's not new. Biden also did it a couple of years ago, even though they forget to bring that type of stuff up. Joe Biden's Venmo account discovered in less than 10 minutes. But again, nobody talks about that. But it wasn't just this. There's also a massive data breach that's happening right now. Private contact info and passwords of Trump's top secret officials, including Mike Waltz, Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth, were reportedly just found online via hacked data in search engines. This is crazy. So it's a bombshell report that comes from Germany's Der Spiegel, which confirmed that the personal phone numbers, email addresses, and even passwords of these high-level officials can now be accessed by virtually anyone, including foreign intelligence agencies. According to the news outlet, the reporters used commercial people search engines along with hacked customer data that has been published on the web. According to the report, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, SecDef Pete Hegseth were among those whose personal data was discovered in online leaks. So you have a lot of this crazy shit going on. Hostile intelligence services could use this publicly available data to hack the communications of those affected by installing spyware on their devices. It is thus conceivable that foreign agents were privy to the Signal chat in which Gabbard, Waltz, and Hegseth discussed a military strike, according to the German news outlet. And they found other stuff. There was WhatsApp, Signal accounts, phone numbers, Dropbox, Microsoft Teams, LinkedIn, and even fitness apps that were all linked to these individuals. And then the passwords were reused across the services, some of which were found in over 20 separate breaches. It's wild, right? The piece that's interesting here, right? Because you got all of this stuff coming out, and I was getting the sense like, damn, this feels pretty fucking coordinated. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff comes out at once, right? And I'm gonna go somewhere real quick, because we have a freshman representative. Okay, Brandon Gill annihilates NPR CEO, exposes her blatant hypocrisy in a firing grilling. And I'm going to show you how this makes sense here shortly, okay? So she's the CEO of NPR. NPR is on its way to get dismantled. It's on its way to get defunded.
It's a funded propaganda machine for the fucking left.
100%. Now,
out of all the stuff with the USAID, et cetera.
Correct. Now, and this is not like a new thing that just started, right? Like it's been in the works for months now. Okay. And so Catherine Mayer, okay, she's this radical leftist CEO of NPR. She was subpoenaed to the Capitol and grilled, essentially, right? And I'm going to show you this clip. This is Brandon Gill, freshman representative. Let's check this clip out.
Do you believe that America is addicted to white supremacy?
I believe that I tweeted that, and as I've said earlier, I believe much of my thinking has evolved over the last half decade.
It has evolved. Why did you tweet that?
I don't recall the exact context, sir, so I wouldn't be able to say.
Okay. Do you believe that America believes in black plunder and white democracy?
I don't believe that, sir.
You tweeted that in reference to a book you were reading at the time, apparently, The Case for Reparations.
I don't think I've ever read that book, sir.
You tweeted about it. You said You took a day off to fully read the case for reparations. You put that on Twitter in January of 2020.
Apologies, I don't recall that I did.
Okay.
I no doubt that your tweet there is correct, but I don't recall that.
Okay. Do you believe that white people inherently feel superior to other races?
I do not.
You don't. You tweeted something to that effect. You said, I grew up feeling superior. Ha, how white of me. Why did you tweet that?
I think I was probably reflecting on what it was to grow up in an environment where I had lots of advantages.
It sounds like you're saying that white people feel superior.
I don't believe that anybody feels that way, sir. I was just reflecting on my own experiences.
Do you think that white people should pay reparations?
I have never said that, sir.
Yes, you did. You said it in January of 2020. You tweeted, yes, the North, yes, all of us, yes, America, yes, our original collective sin and unpaid debt, yes, reparations, yes, on this day.
I don't believe that was a reference to fiscal reparations, sir.
What kind of reparations was it a reference to?
I think it was just a reference to the idea that we all owe much to the people who came before us.
That's a bizarre way to frame what you tweeted. Okay, how much reparations have you personally paid?
Sir, I don't believe that I've ever paid reparations.
Okay, it's just for everybody else.
I'm not asking anyone
Seems
to pay
to be what you're
reparations, sir.
suggesting. Do you believe that looting is morally wrong?
I believe that looting is illegal, and I refer to it as counterproductive. I think it should be prosecuted.
Do you believe
to the
it's
full extent of the
morally
law.
wrong, though?
Of course.
Of course. Then why did you refer to it as counterproductive? It's a very different way to describe it.
It is both morally wrong and counterproductive, as well as being
You
illegal.
tweeted, it's hard to be mad about protests in reference to the BLM protests, not prioritizing the private property of a system of oppression. You didn't condemn the looting. You said that it was counterproductive. NPR also promoted a book called In Defense of Looting. Do you think that that's an appropriate use of taxpayer dollars?
I'm unfamiliar with that book, sir, and I don't believe that was at my
You
time at
tweeted
NPR.
that you read that book, but
I don't believe that I did read that.
So just so we're clear, what you're watching and hearing is what I described earlier. It's someone with no morals, no integrity, no standard, who is willing to lie when pressed on the things that they've said because they understand that the things that they said put their position of influence in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
So you are looking at someone who, even though we have written evidence that this is what they believe, we have multiple tweets that says this is what they believe, is legitimately denying that they believe any of those things so that their position of influence can be preserved. And if you go back and read Marx or Rules for Radicals from Alinsky or any of these books, this is exactly what they talk about.
Oh, she's a communist.
Yeah, 100%.
Full-blown communist.
150%, bro.
And at the expense
Allegedly.
of us. I mean, at the expense of us, right? Like she takes in
Yes.
our taxpayer dollars, pushes out all this fucking bullshit propaganda shit.
By the way, what demographic does she fit into?
Oh, she's that white brother, bro.
No shit.
Upper middle class.
Right. Never had any fucking hardships. Never had anybody fucking rob her or dealt with anything that had to do with anything that regular people have to fucking deal with.
100%, man. Now,
and then, by the way, they think they have the moral standard to demand that everybody see the world the way they see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Dictate to us how we should be. Yeah.
Like, you're the last person that should be dictating anything to anybody.
Literally anything.
Yeah. Like, you probably couldn't handle your own shit at all. And by the way, who do these people call when they get in trouble? Who do these people, it's all the same people they condemn all the fucking time.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
maybe we should stop defending people like this.
I think we should.
I mean, they, when they went to, what was it, Asheville, they avoided houses with Trump signs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should stop just helping anybody like this. When bad things happen to them, we just say, sorry.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Can't arrest the people, they're your people. Why would we arrest them?
Here's the thing, right? So DJ Andy, like what does this lady have to do with any of this Signal Link shit? And that was a cool grilling. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to fucking Brandon Gill. Great job. On that.
it's okay. Like,
it's cool.
I mean, yeah, but like we're gonna have to move on from grilling and strongly worded letters to actually make a change.
100%. This lady deserves to be in jail. I mean,
that's putting it lightly.
Very lightly.
With the amount of lies and propaganda that she and her network has been responsible for years.
Mm-hmm. It's very light. Agreed. But here's where it gets juicy, though, dude. Like I said, this isn't nothing new, right? NPR has been on the chopping block since USAID was discovered, all of these different things. And I'm like, man, like, who is this Catherine lady, right? Like, who is she? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, at her direction, I mean, the signal leak thing, it just is weird, right? And like, this is an NPR headline that was just released. Days after the signal link, the Pentagon warned the app was the target of hackers, right?
Well, I mean, you know, it's been known in most people who are plugged in that Signal is highly accessible by the NSA and CIA.
For sure.
Like anybody who's been plugged into anything the last 4 years is aware of that.
100%.
Yeah. So
well,
it's no security.
Let's dive into Signal a little bit, right? Because Signal is it's a company, right? It has, you know, members and leadership and a board of directors. Guess who sits on the board of directors for Signal?
Probably that lady.
Fuck yeah, this lady does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is that weird?
Not
is
really.
that weird?
No.
So I want, and this is all speculation here, but let's just try to paint a picture here. So,
a World Economic Forum young global leader.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All tied in.
Yeah.
So your organization that you've been stifling and stealing and exploiting the American people to then shove propaganda down their fucking throats is now at risk of being destroyed.
Correct.
You sit on the board of directors for this organization, Signal, and like, man, how can we get the heat off of us and get some of these people out the way, cause some damage somehow? Oh, I know. Let's leak their group chats, allegedly, right? That were never actually fucking, like.
It's possible. And by the way, let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about the moral responsibility of the reporter who was allegedly included on the group chats.
Right.
At what point should he have said, hey, guys,
yeah, right.
You guys, I'm not supposed to be here.
I don't think I should be in this room.
Right? But he didn't. He did what a
Goldberg.
snake fucking communist fuck would do, and he let them lay out all the shit or whatever, which, by the way, I read it all. It wasn't
really much layout.
Yeah. But, you know, lay out all these things and he didn't have a responsibility to say, hey, I don't belong in this, or hey, you guys, this is not good. That shows you where they stand. They don't stand in the security of our information or our country or anything. They stand to destroy it. And by his silence and then bringing it to the public, that's exactly what he was trying to do, which is completely...
It's malicious.
That's right. It's anti-American, it's malicious, and it could be considered treasonous because you are the one leaking the quote-unquote information. If we were to hold that motherfucker accountable and say, hey, you're guilty of treason for leaking the information that you shouldn't have leaked, you know what he's going to say? Oh, it wasn't that big of information.
Yeah, right.
That's why I leaked it.
Right.
So he's going to go against what he's saying now. So let's put that motherfucker in the hot seat. Let's see how he changes his tune. Because these people work on what's convenient for them in the moment, just like any manipulator does or any liar does. That woman is completely lying, bold-faced in the House of Congress, and she's going to walk out of there and say, F those people, and do whatever she can to keep moving.
100%.
These people,
dude.
Look, we had Curtis Bowers on the show, who's probably the biggest expert on communism and how they implement it alive today.
Yeah,
He's written multiple books,
entire life.
multiple documentaries. These people are committed. That's what people do not understand, bro. They are committed. They are committed. Do you know what commitment means in this situation? They're willing to die for it. So they don't have fear of the law or fear of repercussions, or it's what can we do no matter what to destroy this country and people like you and me and every working, class, normal fucking quote unquote American person out there. So yeah, I mean, it's possible that that's what happened.
Dude. I'm just putting the dots out.
Probably probable. I mean,
you don't think she gave a fucking nudge? Hey, how can we get these guys? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's just her.
No. But I mean, it's dude, it's crazy. Now I want to finish this up.
I think those people are stupid for using Signal. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, regular people know that Signal's compromised.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Now here's the thing, right? Like, speaking of communists, because this also just came out, I thought this was interesting. Details revealed inside the CCP's United Front work in Minnesota. So this just came out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. In St. Paul, Minnesota, on the 1300 block of Eustis Street. 10-minute drive from the governor's mansion sits a brutalist brick building that houses a secret Chinese Communist Party front operation that serves several functions for the CCP, none of them good for the United States. Out of this building, CCP operatives curry favor with politicians like Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and provide various service for Chinese Americans in Minnesota who are still loyal to Beijing, including hosting meet and greets with CCP diplomats and dignitaries. Businesses registered at this address receive six-figure grants from American taxpayers. The building has been associated with a web of businesses and groups, including the Alliance of Chinese Culture and Arts, the Center for Community Service, and the Alliance of Minnesota Chinese Organizations. It's also the home of the Overseas Chinese Service Center of Minnesota, which apparently works under the umbrella of the CCP's quote-unquote United Front. This just came in. I mean, and, like, you know, pictures are being fucking released. There's Tim Walz with one of the leaders there. I mean, there he is again, right?
Tim Walz is fucking huge.
Oh, he's big time China.
Yeah.
Big time China. I mean, fuck, they're 10 minutes from his house. You know what I'm saying? But all of this to say, there might be some silver lining.
Did you see that video of him saying he kicked Trump supporters' ass?
He
said he could kick Trump supporters' asses. This fucking turd. You ain't kicking nobody's ass, bitch.
No.
It fucking ain't happening. Like, bro, you don't put out feminine vibes. Like, you put out pedo vibes.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my assessment.
Yeah. Dude's weird. But here, there's a silver lining here. Okay, there may be a silver lining here, because this also just dropped. Enters the.
Why do we allow these people here? Why do we allow these people to fucking set up shop? Why do we allow open communists to exist in our country? Why? They wouldn't allow us to exist.
No, let's go open up a real American Freedom Center in fucking
man,
China.
Yeah, they would fucking kill you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not only that, why do we allow people who openly hate this country to serve in Congress, to have organizations here, to own property here? That should be completely, you know, and we walk a fine line, right? Like, well, you can't criticize the U.S. government or, you know, otherwise that's communism. Like, look, dude, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who are actively working against the interest of the country from inside. Why are they allowed to be here?
Mm-hmm.
From any race, any country, any organization.
100%. Well, and we got to start somewhere, which is where the silver lining's at. I want to introduce into the show Representative Thomas Massey, who's trying to do some good work. He just posted this on Instagram. He said, yesterday, I introduced House Resolution 2356, the Dual Loyalty Disclosure Act. If we continue allowing dual citizens to run for federal office, candidates should disclose to voters all countries in which they hold citizenship. Thank you, co-sponsors Representative Andy Biggs, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Clay Higgins. And this is the press release from his website, the Dual Loyalty Disclosure Act, which would require candidates for federal office to disclose both their possession of dual citizenship and also the foreign country in which their dual citizenship is held. The disclosure of dual citizenship status would appear publicly in the statement of candidacy filed when political candidates seek election to federal office. Dual citizens elected to United States Congress should renounce citizenship in all other countries, Representative Massey said. Quote, at a minimum, they should disclose their citizenship in other countries and abstain from votes specifically benefiting those countries. If we're going to continue to allow members of Congress to acquire and retain citizenship in other countries, they should at least be required to disclose to voters all countries of which they consider themselves to be citizens.
That's obvious. But the rule should be that nobody can serve in a federal position of any sort, whether it be employee, judge, prosecutor, congressman, senator, state level, federal level, doesn't fucking matter. If you are working within a government agency office that is funded by United States taxpayers' funds, you should not be able to be a citizen of any other country or hold dual citizenship of any other country.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
It's very simple. It's very simple.
It's the only way to ensure that most of America's employees, servants, are working with our best interests in mind. And right now, they don't. They're all working for their own best interests, which is how these guys come in with nothing and leave with $100 million. Mm-hmm. So it's greed, it's power, it's corruption, and it's deep. And, you know, it's funny that Massey's the one guy that Trump said he's going to get him primaried and get him out of. Well, I mean, bro, real talk. I haven't heard Trump say anything about this. I haven't heard Trump fucking say that we should have Americans serving in office. You know, if you're so fucking American first, then why haven't you said that?
You should be supporting this.
100%. That should be a main initiative of the Trump administration, is to rule out any other foreign interference at all, not just financing, but also actual citizenship or dual citizenship.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like,
if he really is American first, bro, that's how it should be.
It's how it should be. And it's so crazy because you'll have people on the communist side saying, oh, well, you know, Russia's interfering in our elections. Okay, well, let's keep them out. But let's also keep out China.
Yeah.
Let's also keep out Israel. Let's also keep out Ukraine. Let's also keep out any other fucking country that has, I mean, this is considered influence in our fucking elections.
Yes. Israel supporters like, no, it's Qatar. Okay, Qatar too.
Yeah, Qatar too.
Yeah.
Fuck, Papua New Guinea. I don't give a fuck. All of them.
That's what they don't understand, dude.
It's not just one.
It's not just Israel. No. We're talking about everybody.
Anyone. Any one of those fucking countries.
But especially Israel.
But especially, guys.
I just had to make some people mad.
Yeah, guys, jumping on this conversation, man. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. With that being said, let's get to our third and final set of headlines. We got headlines number 3. This is interesting. DOGE has revealed its next target. Right, so they've done USAID. They've done a few things, right? And Elon Musk is announcing his next target. And he also announced the eye-popping amount he saved each American so far. The next agency that is going to be under the microscope is going to be the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. The Administrator Lee Zeldin announced his decision to terminate a $2 billion grant to Stacey Abrams, to a linked non-government organization with the support of DOGE.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you think that Stacey Abrams would figure out how to steal most of that money for herself?
Already? That's the thing. I mean, like, yeah, the truth is, bro, that the money that they be allocating, bro, that shit's, it's already gone before it even hits the account. It's already gone.
Let's give Stacey Abrams' fat ass $2 billion fucking dollars for her NGO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When before she barely was getting $100 donations. You know, he says, quote, the DOJ FBI are investigating the money, and the money has been frozen, he announced. It is insane that the Biden admin would give $2 billion to an organization that previously only received $100. Zeldin responded to a social media message from President Donald Trump, who complained about the grant and ordered his government to get back the money. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if any fruit comes out of that. You know, in other news, other things going on in the government right now, RFK Jr., he's planning to slash 20,000 HHS jobs in the latest DOGE-inspired purge. He just made an announcement today saying that he's going to bring the total staff count from 82,000 people to 62,000 people. Dude, it is insane to think of the fact that you have our federal government, we have agencies within our federal government that have more employees than most American companies in this country.
No, it's not. That's what they do.
Like,
it's just bureaucracy, bro. It's no different. Here's what they do. It's a scam, so nobody has to fucking actually work. All right? When people work without a real budget or a budget that's so big, there might as well be no budget.
Right.
What they do is, instead of actually being productive or doing the work, They hire more people. They say, well, we need 3 more people to do this job. Well, that's your job. Well, yeah, we need them to do it, right? And then when those people get enough responsibility to have budget decisions, they hire 3 more people each, okay? Because they don't want to do the fucking job.
Right.
And that's why when we show up at any government agency, the service is so fucking terrible because nobody cares. There's no repercussions. There's no pressure to do a good job. There's no incentive to do a good job. And, that's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a massively bloated system that is filled with entitled people that have no incentive to do an effective job or a quick job or to serve the people who pay their salaries. And then on top of it, those people generally, in my personal experience, are pretty disrespectful when you go into those places. I have not personally had a good experience 99% of the time that I've gone into a government building for a license or a permit or fucking anything. I mean, what about you guys? Have you guys had tremendous experiences? Am I way off track? What about you guys in this room? Good or bad?
Do you remember I was on that call that one time with that lady?
Fucking 4 fucking hours.
Bro.
That's absurd.
And then
here's the truth. They can replace all these people with an effective system that is legitimately automated to you can tell me that you can't automate license plate renewals or permits or any of this shit. That really, dude, the real talk, the reason they do this shit is so that the governments that are in control of the quote unquote economy at that time can brag about how many jobs that they actually created. When in reality, those aren't in the private sector. Those aren't considered jobs. Those are government jobs that we pay for. It doesn't help us, but they serve it to us as if it does. So, look, man.
Yeah, what was the quote? It was like 25% of all new jobs created or something like that?
Yeah, it was crazy amount. Yeah. But like then they turned to us and they said, look at all the jobs we created. Well, all they did was put us in a bigger hole because they spent our money to do that.
Yeah, government doesn't make money. It doesn't create.
No, they do make money. They make
in the sense of like producing it.
But that's another way how they steal from us.
Yeah.
They produce way more money. They drive the value of the bro, look, if we made $100 10 years ago, it was worth a lot more. Correct? Everybody understands that, right?
Further.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if $100 is worth less now because they printed so much money and it's worth half of what it was, what is that to the average person? Is that any different than stealing from them?
No, it is stealing.
That's right. It's intentional handicapping of their financial power. Again, they do this intentionally so that people have a very hard time getting wealthy because wealthy people are harder to control. So it's all about control. It's all about stifling, what they see as the enemy. Right. There's nothing about serving that has, nothing they do is to serve us.
No.
And to be completely honest about this, we don't even need 62,000.
No.
And like, dude, people who work for the government are all riled up about this shit. But dude, let's be real about what you guys have actually fucking done. And you knew there was a reckoning coming at some point.
Mm-hmm.
There had to be. You don't just get a free ride on everybody's tax dollars.
No. And produce absolutely have nothing to show for it. No. Other things going on with RFK Jr. He's also planning to to change up some of the food stamp stuff, which is irritating some people, interestingly enough.
Yeah. I mean, those are the people you see cruising around Walmart on the carts, on the little go-karts.
Yeah, just like that dude from Texas.
Yeah, they're quote unquote disabled because, they're 700 fucking pounds. They're on government assistance and they're buying candy and fucking Coca-Cola and Pepsi and all these things. They're filled with massive amounts of fucking chemicals and sugars. They get unhealthy. Then they, become customers of the healthcare system, which, is all a scam as well. Like, bro, it's all about, like, they want to allow this because it actually makes them money in the long run because of the damage that it creates.
For sure. And the craziest part about it, dude, is the people who develop entitlement to it. Like, check this lady out, bro.
Okay, y'all just mad because I get 3 canned food stamps. So what? I get all kind of snacks while I'm sitting here chilling or whatever, paying no bills. No bills. I'm on government assistance. My son back there with his snacks. Government assistance, 3 can food.
Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, lady, but we're all pretty tired of that. And your days of doing this and rubbing it in everybody's face are numbered. I can promise you that. Because if these motherfuckers won't do it, the next administration will. Because the next administration is going to be run by people like me. And we're going to take all that shit away and make your fucking fat ass get a motherfucking job.
$3K a month.
Yeah, it's insane, bro. They've made it. They've removed the incentive for people like this to work. Okay, why would you work if you can get $3K a month on food stamps? They've taken the lowest class, the least ambitious, the most entitled class of people and basically told them you don't have to do anything. Okay, and then they've taken all the working class who pay all these taxes and then they say you have to support people like this. Why the fuck would any of us want to support someone like that? What are they creating in society besides bad shit? Tell me. What is she control? Hold on. Go back. Let's watch the video again.
Okay, y'all just mad because I get 3 can food stamps. So what? I get all kind of snacks while I'm sitting here chilling or whatever, paying no bills.
Okay.
No bills. I'm on government assistance. My son back there with his snacks. Government assistance, 3 can food.
All right. What is that person contributing to the United States of America?
Degradation.
I agree.
That's about it.
Okay. Nothing good.
No.
Now, why should that person be allowed to fucking vote?
Yeah, no.
No, I'm asking an honest question.
It's a real question. No.
Why should that woman be able to vote if all she's doing is taking off of the system? What do you think she's going to vote for?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to
not going to vote for fucking food stamp camp.
She's going to vote for more of our shit to go to her. So all of you working, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, red, Christian, Jewish, fucking anything, you, by your government's demand, are forced to support someone like that. How does that make you feel? Do you feel good about that? Because I don't. I think there's a lot of people that would actually benefit from government assistance if it wasn't abused by people like this. Okay? She's not, that woman could do things. There's things that she could do,
right? But
she chooses not to because the system is so corrupt. And if we take a system that is so corrupt that people can earn close or even more than what they can earn working a lower paying entry level job, then what's the incentive ever to work? They remove the incentive. They create voters for the leftist communist propaganda. And then, by the way, when communists get in control, you know what they do to these people? They fucking kill them.
They kill them first.
That's right.
They kill them first, dude.
It's
for me, like watching this, bro, like it pisses me off.
Look, bro, we need a fucking sledgehammer in office, bro. And I'm gonna be real, like
we ain't there yet.
No, we ain't there yet.
We ain't there yet. We ain't got it yet.
No, we don't.
We ain't got it yet, dude. But it pisses me the off, bro.
We're right in this shit in 1 minute,
dude.
People be freaking out. Look at this fucking guy, blah blah blah. In 6 months, the entire shit would be fixed. And to think that it goes to shit like that makes me fucking sick. When I see people who are young, who are ambitious, who are working low-paying jobs that could use a little bit of help.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Bro.
Why don't we help those people a little bit? Why don't we help the people who are working at the low-paying jobs and just give them a little bit of boost?
Oh.
But no, we sponsor these worthless, non-contributing people, okay? And look how entitled she is to it.
Entitled, bro. She wanted to have 7 kids by 7 different dudes, and the government, oh yeah, we'll pay.
Well, remember when we were in that? Remember that story I told you about that certain place I was at where I got in the elevator with a certain somebody, and I was talking about paying taxes, and he looked at me and said, "Well, somebody's got to fucking pay them."
Yeah,
bro, I wanted to beat that dude's ass right there in that elevator in front of fucking everybody. Like, oh, so I can work, but you can't?
Right.
You man,
nah, it's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit, especially like knowing that like the average American, bro, like they're struggling right now, bro. You don't think they want bro? It's insane. But then that's
what I'm saying
for shit like this.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Why are we not reallocating? Listen, that woman, maybe at one time she was in a position where she needed help.
Sure,
I get it.
We've all been there.
But listen, absolutely.
Yeah.
But here's the point. because I don't want people on assist, because there's a lot of people on assistance that are really fucking trying.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know a lot of people, including some people that work here that were on assistance growing up, who are working hard to break out of that. So we can't villainize all of them, but there should be certain standards, bro. You should have to pass a drug test. You shouldn't be able to smoke weed and chill and fucking take drugs and all this shit. You know, if I want to smoke weed, fucking I get to, because you know why? I pay my mother shit. All right. But she should be drug tested and she should be forced to get a job. And there should be a term limit on how much government assistance one can collect over the course of their life.
It'd be very simple to fix it.
And then if you get in the situation where you don't have any money, we'll create some sort of fucking, we'll take California and we'll make an area sort of like a prison, but a little nicer, and you can go live there. That would be an incentive for them to get their asses into being productive, don't you think?
I think so. Bro. It's the entitlement piece for me, bro.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's disgusting.
It's fucking gross. I mean, real talk, bro. Like,
and again, I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but like, it's even, okay, cool. Like, you get food stamps, great. But you're not spending that shit on actual food. You're filling your carts with Reese's cups and fucking all of this bullshit.
That's because they get too much money, dude. They're getting too much. If they got less, they prioritize on the shit they need.
Bro, it's no different than like WIC, right? Like WIC assistance, for example, right? Helping.
You know what's funny, bro?
What?
I don't know any wealthy people that fucking eat like that.
No.
At all.
No.
Anyway, what are you gonna say about
No,
WIC?
I'm just like, it's like WIC. Like you can only get certain shit on the WIC program. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to get the nutrients and shit set up the same fucking boundaries, bro. Set up the same fucking boundaries. If you really need help and you really need the assistance and you really you need food for your family, cool. Reese's Cups ain't a part of that, bro. I'm sorry. It just ain't. It shouldn't be.
Look, man.
And this is coming from somebody who grew up on fucking food stamps. To be very clear. Shouldn't be fucking, no. Bullshit, bro. Bullshit.
Well, look, dude, here's the reality. There's many, many business owners in this country that employ many, many people, provide careers for many, many people. And if they weren't taxed so heavily, their business would grow and provide more careers and more jobs. And many of these people at these companies are taxed millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars a year. I'm not talking about the Amazons and the eBays. They got ways around that. I'm talking about the mid-sized businesses that are, they're over 100 million, they're over 300 million, but they're less than $1 billion.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The companies that are big in your town that support the fucking projects and the T-balls and the baseball teams and the community cleanups, and they build homes in your local community. Those other companies ain't doing that. And the harshest, most aggressive tax code is geared at that person. And I'm sure that there are plenty of people that pay all of those taxes that would much rather their tax money go to people who maybe are at the entry level of their career, but they are struggling, and help push them up in life rather than supporting people that would sink anyway. And
that's the reality of it.
Dude, it is listen, you cannot operate the country outside. Look, the worst thing that ever happened to this country is getting all these fucking feelings involved by people who, have never been exposed to reality. You can't run an effective country without operating in reality. And here's the reality. There's people that contribute and there's people that don't. And people that don't, should we take care of them for a certain period of time in their life? My heart says no, because I've seen what they do, but most people would say, well, okay, a reasonable thing would be a certain amount of time.
Sure.
Right? And the rest of that money should go towards actually improving things for the people that pay the motherfucking tax. So no vote, none of this shit,
be fixed real quick, man.
It's gross, dude.
She's not going to vote for fucking cuts
ever
on food stamps.
She's never going to vote for what's best for the country. It's only going to be best for her.
Yeah, 100%, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think, man. With that being said, let's get to our final segment of the show. 2 thumbs up or 2 thumbs in the butt.
All right.
We're here in America for thumbs up. And we're bringing back one of our favorite topics here. We got bears again.
Bears
and bear costume again.
Gummy bears?
No. Like,
Hey, did you see the report of all those gummy creatines that came out that proved that like almost half of them don't have any creatine in it?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty funny. I hope all of those companies go out of business, by the way. One of them that was completely underdosed actually used our company in an ad to compare our pure creatine powder to their gummy, and their gummy came out like way underdosed to what it was. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna make sure we send an email out about it too.
Jeez.
I'm gonna fucking bury you motherfuckers, and you know who the fuck you are.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Sounds spicy.
For them, it's gonna be. You know, that's what you get for. I told you, dude.
That's what
you step on my toes, I'm gonna step on your throat. Don't step on my toes. I'm gonna fucking ruin their company. Yeah. They are making a product, claiming it's something, and then the active ingredient that's in there, there's none in there.
Can't do that.
No, they should go to jail.
That should go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, we got bears back in the topics. Let's go to North Carolina. Your people.
Probably.
North Carolina man dons bear costume to scare off persistent real life black bear. We got a video.
This is Florida people. This guy who did this was from Florida.
You think
fucking
so?
Guaranteed.
Oh, he has some type of genetic line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Florida man lives in North Carolina. That's a Florida headline.
Yeah, he's vacationing. North Carolina man decided to take a more creative approach to tackling a persistent bear problem in his backyard by putting on a cartoony bear costume and somehow successfully scaring the unwelcome userd away. Video footage captured a man in Asheville bravely approaching a ferocious-looking black bear in his own brown bear costume that more closely resembled a college mascot. The man emerges from the side attempting a mock prowl while slowly approaching the wild animal. Let's check this clip out. Bro, that's a big black bear. Bro, you playing with fight or flight right there.
Hold on, bro. Bro, he's dancing.
It's definitely a white person dance.
First of all, dude.
He came back, though. The bear came back. Bro, I feel like this it went really bad.
I was gonna say, you know what the hell? This guy never occurred to this guy that this thing might like want to fight you. Like sees another bear and it's like, fuck it, I want to fight. That's what bears do, bro. You ever seen the videos of grizzly bears fight or polar bears? It's fucking insane, bro. They bite the fuck out of each other, bro. And by the way, you know what next week headline's gonna be, right? Man in bear costume gets eaten by black bear in North Carolina. He was from Florida.
Racism exists.
Yeah. Dude, holy shit, brother. Like, I listen, if you're watching it, this guy looks like, I mean, he kind of looks like he probably
could fight a bear.
No, he's probably like, listen to the show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is one of our people.
Good
so
dude.
I know he's watching. So, hey, bro.
Don't
be careful.
Yeah, don't do that.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, listen, it's very simple. You want to get rid of them, just go out there with some job applications.
Look at him
run
laughing.
off.
Look at him laughing. It is funny.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if I was there and it happened, I'd be laughing my ass off. But
that's a hold my beer moment.
Oh, yeah. That could be real bad.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's easier ways to get rid of black bears.
That's a big-ass fucking black bear, bro.
Yeah.
That is Debo of black bears. You know what I'm saying?
It's DeMarcus.
You know Debo? You're from Friday?
Yeah, I know Debo, yeah.
I met him one time in person. He passed away.
Yeah,
but I met, bro, that dude.
He's big?
Oh, bro. I got a picture of him and I standing next to each other. I'm not a small human being.
No, you're not.
And he makes me look like a fucking little boy.
Is he that big? Yeah.
Dude, I'll find the photo. Like, we could throw it in the show.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'll find it. He's fucking huge.
That was a big
super nice. Too. His name was Tiny Lister. That's his name.
That's kind of ironic.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the Debo of black bears.
It's a big black bear,
yeah.
bro.
That's Tiny reincarnated. That's him. He's about to steal your bike.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, I mean,
that's my bike. It could be like our bike. That's my bike.
It's my bike. Yeah, that's my costume too. Give me that shit,
bro. Yeah, man. Listen.
Why y'all do that?
Has it got the guy's name?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, listen, dude. Be careful. Kind of nervous for you. You know what he must have done, bro? He must have drank one of those first form energies right
Got
before
some
that.
liquid
You know, he
courage.
got a little hyped up.
That's what it was.
It'll do that to you.
Yeah, fuck.
You gotta
man.
be careful how much you drink of that first form, man.
Which one makes you fight bears? So I don't want
It's
that.
the fucking green one.
The green one.
Yeah. The green one. You know, green Mountain Dew makes you punch holes in drywall. Green energy from first form, it makes you fight bears.
It gives you the courage to fight a bear.
So you got to control. It's like, it's got a discipline mechanism built into it, which is like, it makes you want to fight the bear, but you have to overcome the voice that says fight the bear.
Gotcha.
You know, or otherwise you get killed.
Right.
So it's like the ultimate discipline mechanism built in. That's how advanced the technology is on this drink.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. So don't say I didn't warn you, man. I don't want to hear no fucking shit. Like, oh, Andy, I got bit by a bear.
Yeah, right.
That's your own fucking fault.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, what is it with, like, what's the deal with, like, you guys, like, living on the edge like that?
What are you talking about? What's the deal with you guys living on the edge?
No. Like we don't do that shit, bro.
No, you stay in your own neighborhoods where they're fucking worse than that. Let's look at the statistics. How many people do bears kill a year?
Yeah, and what color are they?
Well, they're white.
Okay. Bro, listen, you guys fuck with sharks and tornadoes and shit. Like, I don't get it.
There's far less people killed by tornadoes and sharks.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, how many black people die in hot air balloon accidents every year?
Probably none.
0.
Yeah?
0. Like, what is with, like, it's just like the adventure thing? Like, what is it?
Well, what is it for you?
I mean, listen, we like high
Like,
risk.
is it like, you know, like
adrenaline junkies?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it like,
we just do it differently.
is it like for like, you know how like in Rambo, bro, he like ties the thing real tight,
Never
like
seen
it's
it.
all hyped up.
Never seen it.
Okay, well, these guys know. You know in Rambo where he ties the red ribbon around his head, he's like, ugh!
Mm-hmm.
And then he runs into fucking battle. Is that what it's like for you?
What's the battle?
Running through the hood. Motherfucker, I'm not lying, dude. Where do we live?
Mm-hmm.
What's
it's a murder capital.
Okay.
That's it.
Now there's places I don't go
Mm-hmm.
that you enjoy to
But
go.
you'll go to the mountains and fight bears.
Yes. They're not going to shoot me. You think I'm fucking joking?
It is what it is, man.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, you ask me,
Yeah.
I'm asking you. You tell me, I'll tell you. I got the secret white people secrets in me.
What is it?
Or you got the black people secrets in you. So what is it? What is it?
I guess we both like adrenaline, just in different forms.
There we go.
That's what it is.
I think, see, we're more alike than we are different.
That's it. There we go. We
Ebony and ivory.
gotta do that. Unite right there.
How's that go?
You know, like the, you know.
Oh, yeah. Like this?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it. See, it's almost like that Spider-Man meme where it's like,
Oh, yeah, that's like.
yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. Well,
Yeah, see, like you say tomato, I say tomato.
yeah. Both,
You
both,
like
the,
to-
both the vegetables.
You like to run through the hood. I'll fucking put a bear suit on. What difference does it make?
I love it, man. I love it. Well, thumbs up to this guy for staying alive.
Yeah, man. We'll see.
Well, guys, Andy, that's all I got, man.
All right, guys. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.